call us crazy, but we are testing out a mini split on a Victron solar setup in the hottest city in America.
Welcome to the channel of the Roving Veterans.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Bethany.
And don't forget about our dog, the Traveling Maverick.
We chose our name because we RV, and we're also both military veterans.
We bought our first camper in 2020 and been full-time ever since.
On this episode, we're going to install, and by we, I mean Rob's going to install a mini split.
And then we go out testing our equipment by trying to boondock in America's hottest city.
Come see how we do. Let's go.
In case you've never been RVing before, you can't really RV at 100 degrees outside, which is pretty much everywhere right now, with your camper's ACs that came with it. So we've decided that we're buying something that will actually work, being a mini split.
All right, here's the current situation. Bethany is visiting her brother in Las Vegas. So we've been out here boondocking in the Dixie National Forest and just realized that the rooftop ACs are just not keeping up. They're just not going to keep up, and they use an enormous amount of power to keep them running. So we're going to try to find something more efficient, and I'm really excited to show you what I got over here. Check it out. Mini split, and got some other parts and pieces to the equation in here. We're boondocking out here, and it is dusty. Can already tell you one of the hardest parts about this job is going to be keeping everything clean and dust free. This is probably the last time you'll see the cabinets looking normal like they were before that thing goes up there. Oh boy, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Ow. Ow. All right. Just working on unboxing this thing. Gonna get it put up there in just a second. Holy smokes, folks. Got a windstorm out here. It's incredible. I'm just glad I got my awning in enough time. Holy. I haven't seen it like this out here yet. I mean, it's been dusty, but nothing like this. Wow. I think I'm starting to get the vision. Better go to town and get some supplies.
So the first time that we got these little rail pieces of metal cut, we got them cut by an industrial straw from the people we got them from, but Rob thinks he's about to do it with a $10 saw from Harbor Freight, so I guess we're gonna see.
Find out today, huh?
This is a disaster waiting to happen. Alright, what are we doing down here, dear?
Trying to get this mini split put on our fifth wheel here. I built a rack for it. I'm gonna try to hang it up under here somewhere, somehow. I've already got the inside unit hung, and the wires and tubing run out here, so I think it'll reach. I just got to get this thing secured in here somehow.
Yeah, 86 inside is far too hot.
Got a mark right here I'm gonna follow. You know, close enough for government work.
Alright, dear. Nothing's gonna change at this point. Just start cutting.
Can I have my tape measure one more time?
Yep. It's forecasted that there might possibly be thunderstorms today, so we're gonna try to do this while we can. So the thing about being in the desert in the summer is summer's monsoon season, so it's nice because it's a little bit of a refreshment. It cools things off for a little bit, but you know it's coming too. It definitely rained the last couple of days in the afternoon, so I'm not even mad about it. Where we're at right now is so windy that there's dirt just flies everywhere, so it's actually beneficial.
Think I should do it with my cutoff wheel?
So your $10 Harbor Freight tool didn't work for cutting the metal.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
But at least you can use it for one other thing. What do you mean it wasn't the best? You ended up using some other saw. What other saw did you end up using so they know what that you used if they need to?
Circular saw.
So you used a circular saw once that one didn't work.
Circular saw cuts aluminum pretty well.
On all this stuff. So now we're going to use the $10 Harbor Freight tool on just cutting the side of the camper up. Why not?
Watching this now, the 10 snips were a much better tool for this job.
You're through. How you doing over there?
Not good right now, feeling real defeated.
You got this.
Feeling real defeated right now.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but trying to pull vacuum on this mini split right now. They said it would go all the way down to 30 and hold pretty quick, so I don't know. Might check my connections and see what's up.
I have a question.
What?
What's that cold air coming from that thing?
Ooh, I'm so happy about it. It's gonna be so nice to be able to get something done and actually think and hear yourself think.
Right. Look how quiet that is.
I really, you should have saw Bethany. I got real sad when I first turned it on because I didn't think it was working. It's so quiet. I really didn't think it was working. It just took a few minutes to get the juices flowing, I guess. Because now she's blowing way cold, and I'm happy.
It was 80. Now let's see what happens. And it is 3:36. Let's see how long it takes to go down. Now, what's your thoughts?
That thing is so quiet that I can actually hear my Victron's fan now. I can hear the Victron running under
I know,
there.
right? It's crazy.
It does. Okay, only goes down to 61, but I'm about it right now. Let's see, see what it'll do. You know? Oh man, it feels so good. Oh.
Well, we finished just in time.
Should I bring the Blackstone in?
All right, so call us crazy, but we are testing out a mini split on a Victron solar setup in the hottest city in America.
Yep.
Right now. Right now.
Absolutely brutal out here too.
Yes. We decided to do, I mean, you want to know what your system can do, right? Like everybody should know that. What can my system do? What can it not do? So we're testing that out for you. We're in the hottest city in America, and it is August 22nd.
And it is hot out here.
And my Jeep said 113, but I just, that's what my Jeep said. Our little weatherman says that it's 108 outside. It is 106 under our belly. It is 78 in here. And this is the time. It's about the hottest part of the day right now.
And also, I will say that we actually cooled off. So it's cooler today than it was yesterday and the day before that. When we pulled into town, truck said 117, and it was every bit of it. It is hot here. Hot.
We started out this summer thinking our solar was good enough, and we realized really quick that without the mini split, it was absolutely not doable to do Utah off-grid in the summer. That's why we ended up installing it. So now we decided, well, let's just test it out. Hottest city in America. So we're here. We're going to let you know what our current setup can do. That way you kind of know what you can do.
Now we remember why we left Bullhead City.
Especially in summer.
This is just too hot. The top number just
And
too hot.
that's accurate. That is not because it's whatever. That is actually what the temperature is outside. This is this in here, and this is in here somewhere. Yeah,
Blazing hot.
blazing.
One thing I forgot to mention, we did get a hotel room at Harrah's that's right at the bottom of the hill, simply so if this is just too hot and we can't make it, that we still have somewhere we can escape to. We got free rooms because we play enough with Caesar's brand that they offer us free rooms. So that's how we're doing this. Got a hotel room for a backup, but running the test.
I was just wondering what I
Inside.
would have to do to get it to cool off just a little bit, because our Victron is right on the edge of overheating. It's already gave us a temperature warning. Look at the sprinkles outside the window. Oh my gosh. The black stripe on the Jeep doesn't never quite get wet. It's so hot. It starts drying on the edges before it gets fully wet.
My window, or my mirror, I mean.
Yeah, everything dries before it even has a chance to be fully wet.
There were cabinets there, which we decided we wanted an air conditioner more than cabinets, so that's where we put it. Again, we're looking at 109 outside, 78 inside. I will say that on the Grand Design Momentum, they have this cabinet thing where it's supposed to be able to kind of ventilate into the belly. So we are making sure to keep a fan in here with this open, because that air is a lot cooler than the air in the belly. So by doing this, we're just trying to give a little bit of extra air in there. That's cooler air than the 109, 112, whatever it is outside at the time. All right, and Rob's going to show you a little bit about what we got going on in here.
And just following the dots, we're producing with our solar charge controllers enough to run our loads right now. Actually, we're taking just a little bit from the batteries, -5 amps from the batteries, but we're able to about produce as much as we need to run this mini split constantly. I will say our batteries are hot. The battery temperature is at 110, but it's 110 outside, so we don't really have a way to cool them down. I need to ventilate into the air-conditioned space a little better, I think. But that's, I mean, when it's this hot, this equipment is going to get hot. It's just all there. It's just going to happen, I think.
Even though we got hotel rooms at Harrah's, we didn't end up actually using them except for to go in and out of during the day to, you know, they have a swimming pool over there, right? So if you want to use a swimming pool, if you want to play at the casino, there's an arcade in there. There's enough to do to keep you occupied. So during the hottest part of the day, we've been over there doing things because we got a hotel room we can, right? At night, though, we've actually been sleeping in the camper because the camper has still been getting down to 61. No joke, 61 still. All boondocking at night. So it's been cooler in the camper than in the hotel room. So even though it's a little warm during the day, it's freezing at night. So it seems to be whatever you want your experience to be will be, right? So get out and do stuff during the day instead of sitting in your camper, and you can still off-grid boondock in high heat, warm temperatures and just return at night, because it seems to be working for us.
I noticed it wasn't cooling as well as it has been, and it did send me an alert to my cell phone telling me the filter needs to be changed. So I'm gonna show you what that's all about. It is the Wi-Fi enabled version, and it did send me an alert to my phone that I should clean the air filter. I'm gonna turn it off and get to cleaning it. Oh, it's bad too. That's gonna help a lot, probably. Okay. I installed it at high. That way it pulls the air from the roof. Look how bad. Now I did install this thing in the wilderness, so what do you think, bub? What do you think about it, Maverick? Go roadie. Oh man, this thing's bad. Try not to dump it off there. I feel like that's probably gonna help us for sure. Alright. Got this thing all
cleaned out. I just used a Swiffer and a wet paper towel to wipe it off, clean it off. You could probably use some soap or something. Might make it a little better, a little easier. It just pops back down in there. Don't forget about it. Changing your air filters on things are one of the most important maintenance items that you can complete.
All right, so we've officially had our mini split for 3 months. Got it in July, and it is October now. So, 3-month review, what do we think?
I think it's been great. I recently had to clean the air filter on it, and it is reusable. I just sprayed it off with water, wiped it off, make sure it was good and clean, and put it back up there. So that was nice. Didn't have to buy a new air filter or anything like that. Power consumption wise, it's a lot better on power consumption.
Another thing that I'm going to add is, so you can use all 3 rooftop ACs and it be about the same as using this one when it comes to how cool it is in here. Power-wise, there's no way you would be able to boondock with all 3 ACs. There's no way you would even be able to run one AC longer than maybe an hour or so without it getting so bad that it overheats the system. We tried that, so that's how we know. That's why we ended up getting the mini split, was literally so that way we could boondock off-grid and be able to keep that on. Also, it doesn't take much power. We haven't quite made it to the cool season yet, but we are leaving here this week. Now, this video in particular is going to be kind of thrown in because we installed the mini split in Duck Creek Village, so that's where we're at in our videos right now. We're actually currently in Phoenix, about to head to Tennessee. We are heading to cooler weather, but you're not going to see that part till later. We're already putting this video out. We figure it is the end of summer. People are wondering about end of summer. That will give this video enough time where people can see it and be doing their research for next summer. That's why we're releasing this video now when we are, so you can go ahead and start planning for next summer, because this is what we wish we had known before last summer. If we had known this last summer, our entire summer would have been a lot more peaceful, gentle, just better all around, I feel like. But we kept on trying, and I just suggested, I said, you know what? We used a mini split in Afghanistan, and if it can work there, surely to goodness it can work here in a camper.
And it works a lot better. It has an inverter compressor that ramps up the power it's using slowly, and it uses a lot less of it. It also ramps down the amount of energy it uses once it cools off or gets to temperature. These units also heat, cool, and it has just dehumidify function if you want it to just take the humidity out of the air. It really moves the air around in the trailer. It really does a good job. The way we have it set up, it pulls the air from the, close to the roof up top, and it blows it length of the trailer. So everything about how we've installed it has worked really well. And then I can also plug it in just about anywhere to just a regular 120 volt outlet. So it's worked really great for us. It's really reduced the amount of power that we need to cool this thing.
So if you're looking at any upgrade that you want to make in your camper that's going to allow you to boondock better, that's one. Definitely do that. That's one. Unless you're going to stay in areas that you know it's perfect weather, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're going to try to do some of the higher heat elevation, because I'm telling you, us having this summer allowed us to boondock in some places that were empty. Why? Because it was too hot and nobody can boondock out there. Most people don't know about a mini split in a camper yet. They're still trying to use their rooftop ACs. That's why we're trying to go ahead and help y'all out to get y'all ready for next summer, so y'all can go hit up some of the hotter areas that nobody's at because they can't be there because their rigs are not capable of doing it. Get your mini split in there, and now you can.